Morning students. So today we will study chapter 24, that is institutional representation of democracy. In previous chapter we have discussed about basic values and ideas of democracy. In this chapter we will study about universal adult franchise. So first we will study about what is universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means all adult citizens of the country should have the right to vote without any discrimination on any grounds. So without any discrimination everyone has right to vote. And now universal adult franchise has many merits, so we will study merits of the universal adult franchise. First is it is based on political equality. What does it mean? That every voice of the country is equal. That everybody, whether he is rich or poor, young or old, black or white, everyone has equal voice in a democratic country. Second is establish a true democratic government by democracy. Third, it makes the government responsible to all. How does it makes a government responsible to all? By giving right to vote to every citizen. That's now election. In a democracy, people have a representative government. It is through election that people elect their representative who form the government. So you have seen also through election we can cast a vote to whom we want to form the government. So we can vote for that political party whom we want to form the government. Now importance of election in a democracy. Why election is important in democracy? It is important because in our country not all citizens can run the administration, so we need a political leader and a representative to run our country. Okay, through election alone the people can change the government if the promises are not fulfilled. The promises which the government or a political leader has made, if they are not fulfilled, then through election we can change our government. Without election, a democratic government cannot be set up. So that means no election is equals to no democracy. Reason for the adoption of secret ballot. Why secret ballot was adopted earlier? In a secret ballot, the voters can express their choice freely and without any fear. Through secret ballot, the voters can cast a vote whom they want to. The voter is free from pulls and pressure, that the voters cannot be dominated by anyone, and they have full freedom to cast a vote to whomsoever they like. Okay, now different processes involved in an election. What are the processes of an election? So firstly, announcement of election dates, that the election commission will announce the dates when will the election process will begin. Second, selection of candidates. Different political parties select their candidates, filing the nomination paper. So now the candidates will file the nomination paper through the election office before the last date. After critical observation, their nomination papers are accepted or rejected. Fourth is allotment of symbols. You know, every political party has their own symbol. Same with the process, that the allotment of symbols to the national parties are their permanent symbols, and issuing of election manifestos. So what does it mean? That the different parties issue their election manifestos so that the voters may know their programs and policies, so the voter can see whether which political party has what various programs. Campaigning then begins with the campaigning, which includes putting a poster. You might have seen also that during election many people from the political party put their election, organize meeting, give speeches, and go house to house canvassing. So these are the things in campaigning. Voting, counting of votes, declaration of results. Then on one specified day voting is done through secret ballot. It is done earlier, but now EVM machines are used for voting, and after voting the boxes are sealed and taken for counting, and after counting one day was decided for the declaration of result. Then eighth, the last point, that is filing of election petition. If any candidate is not satisfied with the election result, he or she can go to the court and file a complaint regarding that. Political parties. What is a political party now, class? A group of persons having same ideology, that is same thinking, and holding same opinion on major political issues of the country is called the political party. So political party which have same ideology and same opinion on various matters, on various political matters, is known as political parties. Now we will study about political parties in India. You might have seen also that we have many political parties in India, like BJP, Indian National Congress, CPI, and many more. So it has been divided into two main types, that is at the national level and at the state level. National level parties are supposed to participate in the election all over India, and state are regional parties that participate in different elections but within states only. So the first political party we will study about and study its programs, that is Indian National Congress. So Indian National Congress, at present Sonia Gandhi is the president of the Indian National Congress, and it has its origin from 1947. Since we got independence, it has its origin. So now policies and programs of the Indian National Congress. What are the policies and programs of Indian National Congress? That first is democratic socialism. What is democratic socialism? That they will make every effort to narrow the gap between rich and the poor. So they will narrow the gap between rich and poor, that there will be no discrimination on this ground. Second, that is secularism, that every religion in India will be treated equally and there will no discrimination on the basis of religion. Okay, agriculture and industrial growth. In order to increase agriculture growth, Congress lays many emphasis on the expansion of irrigational potential and many more. Through 5-year plan, they have made agriculture growth. Now, ending poverty. What is poverty, class? Poverty is garibi. So their next policy was to end poverty in India and will made every possible efforts to alleviate poverty. Now, friendly relation with foreign countries. Now next point was to have a friendly relation with the foreign countries, that we have a very peaceful terms with the foreign countries. Sixth, encouraging foreign investment for a rapid economic development. The next policy was to encourage foreign investment, that every facility will be provided to the foreign investor to invest freely in our country and in new fields. Okay, so now Bharatiya Janata Party, that is BJP, you know that it has lotus symbol and it is currently governing our country. At present Shri Amit Shah is the president, and now we will talk about its policies and programs. So the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to make India a developed nation and a great power by 2020 and create an unshakable nation, resolved to achieve this goal. So by 2020, Bharatiya Janata Party wants to make India a developed nation. Second, launching the second green revolution to give the states a fair share of the central revenues and increase their financial powers. Okay, so in the matters of finance, the center wants to give a fair share to the state government, and to delete article 370 of the constitution, which you might have seen in the news also, that the BJP has already deleted article 370 from the Kashmir. And to defend the unity and integrity of India, to reserve seats for women in the parliament. So to reserve the seats in the parliament for women is the program of and policy of BJP. Now, the Communist Party of India, that is CPI. The Communist Party was split into two in 1964 AD, and it has the symbol of hammer, sickle, and the star. So now we will study about its policies and programs. to oppose both imperialism and capitalism, which are the source of the misery, is the policy of CPI. What is imperialism? Okay, so imperialism is the policy of extending countries' power and influence through colonization. What is colonization? Through settlement. What is capitalism? Capitalism is the economic system of the private sector. Policy was to oppose both the factors, that is imperialism and capitalism, which are the source of misery, which are the source of unhappiness among people. To nationalize all industries and to remove economic and social disparities means that all the industries of the private sector should be transferred to the government sector, and to remove social disparities. What is social disparities? That one person is getting much more enough and one is getting nothing. That is the social disparity which Communist Party of India wants to remove. And to reduce the prices of the food grains and wholesale trade, that there should no shortage of different commodities. To take steps in the interest and security for the Dalits, the backward classes and the minorities. To improve the condition of the farm laborers and factory workers, every attempt shall be made to preserve the cottage and small scale industry. To pull out the Commonwealth and to establish close contact with the socialist country and with Russia. So these were the policies of the Communist Party of India, that is CPI. Role of opposition party. What is the role of opposition party? Opposition party plays a crucial role as it keeps a check on the current government through many things, through non-confidence movement, question hour, and etc. So they keep a check on the government and government policies if it is a threat to the citizen right or is harmful for the country. So the opposition party keep a check over the government. Coalition government. When a single political party fails to form a government, it has to seek the help and support of other political parties, that is known as coalition government. What does that mean? That means when one political party has not got majority of votes, so that party can seek the help of from another political party. So merging their votes can form a government. Two political parties can form a one government, and that government is known as coalition government. This has happened in India in the 6th general election that was held in 1977, and then in 1999, 2004, 2009, and that. But the present government, which is led by the BJP, which has full majority on its own. There is no coalition government over here. Okay, so the demerit of the coalition government is that it may take more time over certain issues. You know that two political parties form one government, that is known as coalition government, would take more time to form a decision making because they have different ideology, different opinions, and divergent of views of different party members. So it will take much time to make one decision. That's all for today class. I will send you the exercises and the question answers in the next class. Stay safe, stay